This video is now concerned on the presentation of our absolute value linear inequalities involving greater than or the greater than or equal symbol. In the previous video, we're able to present the different solutions or how do we present the solutions for absolute value linear inequalities involving the less than or equal symbol. But now we are concerned, as you have observed for the items 1, 2, and 3 here, they're all representing greater than or even greater than or equal symbols, or the opposite of the practice exercise A. So to show for the graph solution set of interval notation of this absolute value linear inequalities, we need to come up first with the linear inequality form. In the correct general form for linear inequality involving greater than or equal symbol is that whenever we have an absolute value of x which is greater than c, we have two different statements. The first statement is if that value of the quantity or the expression inside the notation is greater than positive c, and then we have here if it's less than the negative of c. But since we have two different statements, we are going to combine it with a conjunction or. We could actually reference that either or both of the statements are part of the solutions. Generally, both of them are should be part of the solutions as solutions. So we are just simply going to copy the general form as we solve for the linear inequality forms for items 1, 2, and 3. So for number 1, the value of c here, which is the constant, is actually 3. So by copying a general form, we have x is greater than positive 3 or x x is less than negative 3. Now, if you're not yet sure about what we did, simply pick a number in these regions and substitute in the given. And if they satisfy the given linear inequality, then definitely we are going to accept them. A value greater than 3 could be 4. Absolute value of 4 here is positive 4, which is actually greater than 3. This is already correct. 5, 10, 1,000,000 will always be greater than 3 here. All values less than negative 3 would start with negative 4 as an integer. Okay. You could also try fractions and decimal values if you want. But let's just try integers. The absolute value of negative 4 is positive 4, which is still greater than 3. Even if it's negative 10, negative 1,000,000, as you substitute here, the negative will be dissolved by the notation absolute value here. That would mean they are still, or all of them are greater than positive 3. This means that this linear inequality form is correct, and this is what we are going to use to come up with the solution set graph and interval notation. So our solution set is again in a set builder notation form because we have infinitely many solutions here. To come up with our solution set, you might have noticed if you have been reading other references, there are many ways to represent our solution sets when it comes to absolute value linear inequalities. But let us just use a format for all of our solutions here. That would be making this linear inequality forms into two separate solution sets. So starting with this, you have absolute value of x such that x is greater than positive 3, close it. Again, other references will just simply combine or and then later on. That's still correct, that's still acceptable, but let us just try to use these two separate solution sets because it will actually be easier also for us to understand how the graph will look like and how the interval notation will look like. If we're going to combine them into one, there might be confusions later on that we could also combine the graph and interval notations into one. Okay, so stay as that one. And the interval and the solution set rather for the second linear inequality form is just set of x such that simply copy x is less than negative 3. Since they are separated now, but they belong to one solution, but the one solution set, we are going to combine them, but not combine by removing the notations for sets here. We are going to combine following the conjunction or. When we go back to the set operations, we have four fundamental set operations. We have the union of sets, intersection of sets, set difference, and set complement. One of those four set operations uses the conjunction or as a signal for the operation. And if you can still remember, or the conjunction or is the signal for the union of sets. Because when we say about or union of sets, we're just simply combining. So basically, we are to combine this. Definitely, we're going to use the union of sets. So we are just simply going to use the notation used for union of sets, which is the cup, cup, yan, or simply U or cup. We call it CUP, cup, CUP. Okay. This is now the better solution set. This means that we are combining two different solution sets into one solution set. Okay. Again, I would like to make a disclaimer. Other references will just simply combine them into one. But again, the purpose for this is for us not to be confused as we graph and make our interval notation later on. As for our graph, we are going to follow by graphing the linear inequality forms here separately, but in just one linear, sorry, just one real number line. Okay, so let's start graphing this. When you graph this, simply use uh, or the concept of how do we graph linear inequality form. You may check the previous videos for that. Simply, we started here with a uh, end point or starting point, rather 3. We go to the right, and since it extends towards infinity, we shall use here our head. That means it extends towards infinity. And then since we don't have an equality symbol here, we stay the positive 3 open, open circle. And then we complete it by again adding parentheses. Yeah. But that is just for one linear inequality form here. Take note that the linear inequality form is a combination of both. Same as the concern here for our solution set, the combination of both. We should also we should also be reminded of that our graph should be combination of both. So let's just graph here the second. It starts from negative 3, but it goes towards the left. Look at the symbol less than. So goes towards the left. And then again, since it extends towards infinity, stay open. Since negative 3 is not a part here, we use here an open circle. Sorry for that. And then we are going to finish this by parentheses. Now look at what happened to both of our graph now. They are of two different graphs, but when placed in a real same number line, they just represent one solution. Look at the graph, they point towards opposite directions. If we're going to compare number one of practice exercise B in this video and number one of practice exercise A in the previous video, you might notice that in the previous video, it the values or the graph are going towards each other. They just simply meet. But here, since those are actually for less than. If we say less than, they meet. But if we talk about greater than, they go in opposite directions. Okay? Greater than, may nagmamalaki, hindi na kayo mag-meet talaga. Hindi kayo mag-meet. You're going towards opposite direction. But less than, if someone will be humble, I'm just making an analogy here. I'm making an analogy. Sorry for this. Again, if it's less than or mahiling magpakumbaba or both of you are humble, less than, you're going to meet. But if you have great if one or two of you are greater than, okay, may you have a greater than notation or greater than attitude, probably you're not going to meet. So that's also your analogy for the graph. Again, less than, meet, greater than, will not meet. As for this video, they will not really meet here. They will go towards opposite directions. So it's in connection here, two different linear inequality form combined by or. two different solution sets combined by union, and two different graphs combined in the same real number line. It will also be what our interval notations will look like. We have two different graphs here, so come up with an interval notation for this and interval notation for this as well. So the leftmost value is negative infinity. The rightmost value is negative 3. Infinity is always open. And since we use parentheses here, use parentheses for this area as well. The second interval notation, we start with 3 and we go towards positive infinity. Infinity is always open, and then 3 here is parentheses. But it is not yet done. Take note again that in our linear inequality form, we use the conjunction or. In our solution set, we use the union. Here, our graph is on the same real number line. We also need to combine or connect these two interval notations here. And what do we actually use? We are simply going to use the same operation here in the solution set, which is actually the union of sets. This is now the complete presentation for solutions for absolute value linear inequalities involving greater than or equal symbols. So let us apply the same concerns in items number 2 and number 3. In item number 2, just do not forget that it contains now equality symbol here. So applying the general form, we'll have the notation x is greater than or equal to positive 1, or x is less than or equal to the negative of 1. Okay? You may pick a number greater than 1, which is 2. 2, absolute value of 2 is actually 2, which is greater than 1. We could also pick even 1 here because we have the equal notation. So the absolute value of 1 is still 1, and we have the equality to 1. That's acceptable. For values less than negative 1, you could choose negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2, which is still greater than 1. And even negative 1, when taken as its absolute value, it's positive 1. And since we have equality symbol here, it still suffices the given linear inequality forms. That would mean this combination here is already correct. And to come up with the solution set, simply, again, copy x let me write it here, x such that x is greater than or equal to 1. The or shall become union. You have x such that x is less than or equal to negative of 1, and you close it. That's your solution set, a combination of two solution sets. Now for our graph, we graph them separately. We graph them, independently rather, but on the same graph. We started with this here. So we started with 1, and it goes towards the right, towards infinity. So use an arrowhead. And since we have equality here, that would mean 1, positive 1 is included. As for the other side rather, we started with negative 1, and we go towards the left. And we use here an arrowhead. Okay? And since we have equality symbol, that would mean negative 1, as we have tried earlier, is part of our solution. To complete this, we just simply need to apply here or add the brackets. As you can see, we have our graph is pointing towards opposite directions. Our interval notation to complete this is for this region and this region. We have two regions now. It's from the leftmost region, you have here negative infinity to negative 1. Infinity is always open, but since we use bracket here to denote equality, we also use bracket here. It's the other side, we started with 1 and we go towards positive infinity. Again, infinity is always open, but 1 here should be closed. And to combine the two interval notations, we also use the cup or the symbol for the union. So this is how we present number 2, with number 2 linear inequality form from this absolute value linear inequality involving the symbol for greater than or equal. Again, they have two different regions combined into one. Similarly, for number 3, you can just simply copy the process here and just simply change the value from 1 to 1 half, from -1 and probably -1 half. Because as we try here the general form, you have x is greater than or equal to +1 half, or x is less than or equal to the negative of 1 half. So our solution set is a set of x such that, again, copy, greater than or equal to 1 half. The OR should become union. You have your x such that x is less than or equal to the negative of 1 half. All right. Our graph independently, starting from this, we start from our starting point, which is +1 half, and we go to the right. Okay. Let's use arrowhead. And since we use equality here, yeah, shaded. For the second graph in the same real number line, this area here, we start from -1 half and move up. We move up and we have an arrowhead here. And then we enclose it just like that. And then add your brackets. Again, we use bracket because we are sure that the starting points, 1 half and -1 half, are included as part of our solution because of the inequality symbol here. And then finally, for our last interval notation, these two regions combined by union. We have open of -infinity, -1 half, but you close it. Here you have a close, +1 half, positive infinity, and infinity is always open. Okay. You may want to compare the results here from the previous video because we just simply changed the notations here. These notations were just actually reversed. And you might add an analysis that, again, if we talk about less than, they go towards each other. But if we talk about greater than, they go in opposite directions. Okay. So for our next two videos, the last two videos for inequalities, we are going to talk about problem solving already. So we are going to have a process of solving first our linear inequality form. We are lucky for this practice exercise and for the previous one that as we apply the general forms, we are given with already here the simplest form of the variable x. But what if it's 2x or it's x plus 1? Please be excited for that in our next video. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned. Please prepare. Goodbye.